Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I am going to be explaining my ex-boyfriend cheated on me on Halloween, and definitely it is a crazy story time. And yeah, so before we continue in this video, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a free way to help your girl out. And let's get started. So, okay, so it all started, I was on this app called Tinder or whatever. So I had just got my face done or whatever. And, I was healed up enough and, I wanted to start dating. So I basically got on the app called Tinder. I met this man. He was definitely good looking. He was Middle Eastern. We're going to call him Aaron for the sake of this video. And basically, he was in, I think he was like a few weeks from graduating from the police academy. So he was becoming a police officer. So I was like, wow, he's good looking and he's a cop. Like, okay, I like where this is going. So basically, we just talk or whatever. I did not disclose I was trans. I didn't, I disclosed it after we dated or whatever, after the first date. So he told me that was looking for a serious relationship. And, I basically told him, I said, all right, well, if, you want that, then I'm here for it. So basically, we went out. It was amazing. Super good looking man. Drives a nice car and he's just, got it going on. And basically, we went out on the date. It was awesome. We had a good time. He was just telling me things about like in the cop police academy, like how they train them and like what to do and stuff like that. And so basically after that, he will call me. We talked, whatever. So basically, yeah, I was seeing him, he was seeing me, and he was just like, "You're gonna talk to me again, right? You're gonna talk to me again." And then like I was like, "Yeah, yeah, of course." And so I think after the second, of course, it was the second date. I mean, he couldn't get enough of me. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, look at this, all this body, yaddy, yaddy. So basically, after that, he hit me up again. And so he said, like, I want you, like to come hang out with my friends, stuff like that. And I was like, okay. Um, so we met up. But before I met up with him, I did tell him I was trans, stuff like that. And you know what? He, at first it kind of bothered him a little bit, but then he kind of just got over it and was like, you know what? I still like you. I want you to come over. And so, I did. It was really fun. Like we went out to, he introduced me to his closest best friends, and I just thought like, dang, like this guy really likes me. And then, like also too, like when I was sitting in his car, like when he would drive, like he'll just put his, when he brakes, he'll put his arm out. So that way, like, I'm not like all the way, like, going forward when he hits the brakes. And he just says like, I'm very overprotective like that, and, stuff like that. So of course I'm melting and I'm just like, oh my God, like, dang, he like protects me too. Like, I think I got a winner right here. And as I thought. And so basically he gives me his phone, like he gives me like the passcode to his phone. I'm not the type of girl to be going through a guy's phone. I mean, if I have to do all that, then I don't even think we should be together. But I think he wanted me to change the music or something, and so he gave me the passcode to his phone. So yeah, keep that in mind because that's going to be important later on. So basically, we just hung out a lot and we talked and stuff. And then, so on the day of Halloween, so I want to say like after that, like I started having like an intuitive sense in my stomach, like something just wasn't right. And, he told me he liked me and everything like that, but I just felt like a disconnect from him. I can't explain it, but it's definitely that women's intuition. So basically after that, I went to my girlfriend's house. I was like crying to her about it because I really like this guy and I just felt like something just wasn't right. Like it just did not feel right. And my friend even was like, Goddess Serenity, you're fine. Everything's okay. You just saw him. I think it's going to be all right. So basically, after that, I drive down there. This man lived like an hour away from me. So I commuted to go see him. And then after that happened, what happened? So I ended up meeting up with him. So we go in his car and we drive 2 hours to this Halloween party. And this girl, they were friends and yeah. So they were friends from like college and stuff. And so basically, I went, me and him talked, whatever. And, he was definitely a funny guy. He made me laugh. He was just like really everything I really liked about him. Um, Also too, like what happened. So we left and then we drive. It's like this place was like 2 hours away. So we get there, and he's telling me that you know we're kissing and everything, and he tells me that he likes me so much. He said, when we go into this party, you're my girlfriend and I'm your boyfriend, stuff like that. Oh yeah, and another thing too, I was sitting on his lap at night, and me and him was just talking, and he told me that I don't want you talking to any guys, and I don't even want you to have any friends that are guys. And I think that was back then. Now that I look back on it, that was a little too much. I think guys and girls should be able to have opposite gender friends. It's just I think as long as it's like not inappropriate, like going out to coffee and just doing weird stuff like that. But I mean, if they're willing to like have the boyfriend girlfriend hang out with them, then I think that's fine. But yeah, he told me that. I said, I don't have any guy friends, like they're all gay and like all that stuff. And then I said, well, I don't want you talking to any girls and I don't want you having any girlfriends. So and he was like, all right, cool. Like me and him, we talked about that and that was settled. So I kid you not, we go into the party. In the beginning, it was fun, it was amazing, and I loved it so much. And basically, what happened? He kept checking up on me to make sure I was okay, whatever. By the way, I dress as a Dallas cheerleader or whatever. And so that's, what I dressed up as. I think he dressed up as the Joker or whatever. So he was introducing me that I was his girlfriend, stuff like that. And so we're having fun on the party. At the party, me and this girl were just like on top of the table dancing and doing beer pong and like just all this stuff. And then like after that, what did he do? He basically so I had my purse and then my phone. By the way, at that time, I did not have a phone at the time because my phone had it broke. I think I was at the bar, and then some guy spilled his drink onto my phone, and there was a crack in my phone, so all that alcohol got into my phone, and then my phone broke. So I was very upset. So I didn't have a phone at that time when I went to go see him, but because I was with him, I trusted him, and that's where I messed up. So I'm just sitting, so we're just talking, and then me and him, we take photos and stuff like that. So at the party, we're all taking a big group photo. So I'm like, okay, cool. So basically, his phone was in my purse or whatever. And so he said, like, we're about to take a photo, like, I need my phone. So I was like, all right, I got you. So, I zip open my purse, I pull his phone out, and then I was trying to set the camera up so he didn't have to do that because I'm a good girlfriend or whatever. And I unlock his phone, and this motherfucker is on Tinder messaging girls on his phone. He didn't even log out of the app. Like, as soon as I unlocked his iPhone, it just went boom straight into Tinder in the messages and all that. And on our first date, he deleted that Tinder app. He said, I like you. You know what? I won't be needing this app anymore. And he deleted the app in front of me on our first date. So therefore, you know, I just looked at him and I looked at that and I said, what is this? And I sure did. And everybody, I'm talking about everybody at the party just froze. They were like, oh shit, it's going down, whatever. And, we go outside. And by the way, like, he just started like being really mean to me. Like, he started like yelling at me. He started being really mean. And he said that that's nothing and all this stuff. And I said, well, you're talking to girls on Tinder. And I'm like yelling at him outside. And everyone was in the party, but there was one guy standing outside. And I think he was smoking a cigarette or something. And then after I yell at him, he tells me that that don't mean nothing. Basically, just lying his ass off at this point. So I knew it. I knew something was up. That woman's intuition, I swear to God, ladies, trust it. And I basically go back in the party, and everyone is staring at me. Like, everybody's staring at me. I'm no longer talking to Aaron. Aaron is not talking to me. And so, of course, I have a good personality. Everyone is like talking to me, being my friend, and I'm just talking to them. We're all having fun. Aaron was just sitting on the couch, just being grumpy, like nobody wanted to talk to him. And I'm just sitting here shining bright and everything like that. And basically, what happened? He goes up to this girl that I'm talking to, and he basically tells this girl that I'm talking to in front of me, was like, I think you're like really cute and beautiful. I was like, first of all, ain't nobody more beautiful than me, okay? That's basically, we won't say that right there. Number two, um, I laughed. I was like, you know what? I said, just to let you know, sweetheart. I said this shit loud. Everybody heard me. I said, just to let you know, I just found out, he's my ex-boyfriend, and I just found out like 30 minutes ago that he was talking to other girls on Tinder. But if you want him, go ahead because he has a small dick anyways. I sure did said that. Everybody was busting up laughing. Like, everybody was laughing. He immediately, his face turned red and he fucking basically ran the fuck up out of the party. I was like, don't try me. Like, do not try me because I will cut you down with my tongue. I may not be a good fighter, but I have a very sharp tongue and I can cut you with my tongue. So basically, everybody's just laughing. Everybody's like, oh my God, that is wild. So at this point, I'm getting drunk. I wasn't totally drunk, but I was very buzzed, you know. So he basically leaves, and then I realize I'm like, I don't have a phone, and I'm like 3, 4 hours away from my house, and I don't even know these people. Okay, so I was like, I had to leave too. So I go outside and basically I'm yelling at him like, Aaron, Aaron. I was like, where are you? And basically stuff like that. And I get, he's in his car. He's in his car. He was getting ready to pull off and leave my ass at the damn party. I'm like, ugh. Anyways, I bang on his window and I'm like, dude. And then so everybody is like, oh yeah, by the way, there was this big old fence. So everybody was like standing on top, like peeking over the fence. And then like they were kind of like on top of each other, kind of like trying to see like what's going on. So they're like, hey, like, are you coming back into the party? And I was like, oh, no, honey. Like, there's been a misunderstanding. I have to clear something up. But yeah, I'll be back. Like, just go back in the house. Like, I'll be back. And so she's like, okay. So all like a whole bunch of them go back in the house. And so basically what happened? So I'm banging on his window, do, and he basically rolled on his window, and he's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, are you gonna take me home?" And he's basically like, "No." And so I'm like, you know what? Then give me my stuff out of your car. Give me my shit. Give me my stuff because I had these bags and like that have my clothes and makeup and all that stuff. And he basically was like, no, I'm not, no. So then I said, Aaron, don't play with me. I said, give me my stuff. And then he said, you know what? Because I'm a nice person, get in my car. So I get in the front seat. I hate when a man knows he's wrong and he gonna talk to me crazy. But at this point, I needed a ride home. At this point, I don't know these people. So basically, I get in the car in the front seat. Me and him are not talking. I just start crying in the front seat because you lied to me and I'm very upset and all this stuff. And he basically was just like, don't cry, like all this stuff. And I said, it's because I'm trans and that's why you cheated on me. Like, I just started crying. And he basically was like, no, no, I swear to you, it's not. But at this point, I don't even know what to believe because he's a liar. And so basically, I'm just arguing with him. I try to grab the steering wheel and yank that shit while we were on the freeway and we were on a bridge. Stupid, but when you have alcohol mixed in there and you really thought you could trust somebody, you know, yeah. So basically, after that, thank God we did not crash. But I was gonna kill us both because I was beyond irritated with him and just hurt and all that. So we got home, or we get to his house. I still have another hour drive to get to my house. So basically, he gets out the car, he goes to the trunk, and then I get out the car, and basically, I'm grabbing my things from the back seat, and then the rest of my bags were in his trunk. And he basically doesn't, he's like shaking, like he grabs my back and shaking, and then I immediately just snatched the shit out his hands and I walked away and I did not say anything to him. And I can tell like he was very regretful, whatever. So I basically, what happened? So I make it home crying, I'm upset. And, the next day, I don't get a call from him, text, nothing. I don't say anything to that idiot. So the the day after, I think he texts me and he's like, hey, like, I know, like, I messed up, but, like, please, can you call me? Like, can I call you or whatever? So I'm like, okay. Like, so he calls me and he basically tells me, you guys, that he didn't want to be in a serious relationship with me, that he wanted that, but then like he realized he didn't want that anymore. So I'm just like looking at him like, what the hell? So I'm like, but this is what you wanted. And then he said, I understand, but I just need to work on myself and all this stuff. And then he basically was like, but can we still hang out, be friends? Hell no, we can. No, no, like we're done. It's over with. Like, no. So basically, after that happened, I think I hung up and I never talked to him again. But last night, I got drunk and I called his ass and I was like, hey, and he's like, who is this? And I was like, it's me, Goddess Serenity. And he's like, oh, just to let you know, I'm kind of talking to somebody right now and this is inappropriate. Oh, so it's inappropriate now? But back then when you cheated on me on Halloween, that wasn't inappropriate? You lying to me, that wasn't inappropriate? Like, so I just hung up. But yeah, so definitely that was crazy. But later on, I think it was like a year later, I think I tried to call him or something just to say hi. Girl, if he's your ex for a reason because this man had not changed. And literally, he did apologize. He said he was sorry, but thank God, like we never hung out. We never hung out, and yeah, I deleted his number, and so I don't ever drunk call him again. But definitely, that is the time my ex-boyfriend cheated on me on Halloween. And yeah, so definitely I have more videos to come and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical.